You type one message and a full YouTube video gets created, uploaded, and published. No editing, no scripting, no manual work. Sounds unrealistic, right? But what if I told you this isn't some future concept? It's already happening. A single command sent through WhatsApp and everything gets done. The video is generated, SEO is applied, title, tags, description, all handled automatically. And it doesn't stop there. Views start coming in, thousands, sometimes hundreds of thousands, without you touching anything again. So the real question isn't whether this works, it's how far can you take it? Because in this video, you're going to see exactly how this system works and how you can build it yourself from scratch. What you're about to see isn't theory, it's already working. A single command was sent and a complete YouTube video was created, uploaded, optimized, and published automatically. No editing timeline, no manual upload, no switching between tools. And when the page was refreshed, the video was already live. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. The quality wasn't random, it wasn't broken. It actually looked clean, structured, and usable. And within a short time, the views started coming in. Hundreds, then thousands. And in some cases, even more. And the effort? One setup. That's it. After that, everything runs on its own. Now think about what that means. If one command can handle the entire process, then the real advantage isn't just creating videos, it's automation at scale. Because this doesn't stop at one video. The same system can keep generating content, publishing it, and growing accounts without you actively managing it every day. And this isn't limited to just one platform. A similar setup was tested on another platform as well. No manual posting. No daily effort, just one initial setup. And after that, posts kept going live automatically. Content kept getting published. The account kept growing. Hundreds of posts, thousands of views, all without constant involvement. Now that's what automation actually looks like when it works properly. Now here's the part most people overlook. This isn't about shortcuts. It's about understanding a skill that's growing extremely fast. Because right now, systems like this are becoming one of the most in-demand capabilities in the market. And the reason is simple. Businesses don't just want content. They want systems that create content. Systems that run without constant supervision. Systems that scale. And that's exactly what this is. A no-code automation workflow that allows you to control content creation using simple inputs like a message. No heavy technical background required, and no complex coding knowledge needed. Just the right setup and the right structure. But here's something you need to understand clearly. This isn't instant success. What you get out of this depends entirely on how well you learn it, how much time you invest, and how effectively you apply it. Because while the system can automate execution, the strategy still depends on you. And that's where most people either move forward or stop. Now in this process, there are multiple ways to set things up. The first option is the fully free route. If you have a basic device, you can install everything yourself and run the system without spending anything. It works, but it may require more effort and patience. The second option is using a dedicated machine setup. It's powerful, but it comes with higher cost and certain limitations that make it less practical for most people. And then there's the third option, a more balanced approach. You use a virtual server, something that runs continuously, handles all processing in the background, and allows you to control everything remotely. This is where things become efficient, because now your system doesn't depend on your personal device being active all the time. It runs independently. You send commands and it executes. This is the method the entire workflow here is based on. And once it's set up, everything becomes much easier to manage. But this is also where things start to get serious. Because now, you're not just experimenting anymore. You're building a system that can actually produce results consistently. And what you're about to see next is how that system is built step by step. Now this is where everything actually comes together. Because setting up the system is one thing. Making it work reliably, that's what matters. Once your server is ready and everything is installed, you gain access to a dashboard that controls the entire operation. From here, you're not jumping between tools anymore. Everything is centralized, and this is where the real shift happens. Instead of manually creating content, you're now controlling a system that does it for you. But for this to work smoothly, there are a few critical connections that need to be in place. First, your processing layer. This is what allows the system to generate content intelligently. It connects to language models and handles all the decision-making behind the scenes. Without this, nothing moves forward. Then comes the communication layer. This is where things get interesting, because instead of using a complex interface, you connect the system to something simple, like a messaging app. Once connected, your commands don't go through dashboards anymore. They go through messages. You type what you want. The system understands it, and then it executes. To make this connection, you link your account using a simple verification process. Once it's done, your messaging app becomes your control panel. And that's when things start to feel different. Because now, instead of navigating tools, you're just giving instructions. One message, that's all it takes. Now let's see what happens when you actually use it. A simple command is sent. Create a video. Use a specific concept. Apply full optimization. Upload it. Publish it. And then you wait. Not hours. Not days. Just a couple of minutes. The system processes everything, generates the video, applies titles, descriptions, tags, and publishing settings. And once it's done, it gives you the result. A live video, already published, already optimized. Now think about that for a second. What normally takes multiple steps, multiple tools, and a significant amount of time is now compressed into a single action. And once you understand this, you start seeing the real potential. Because this isn't limited to one video. You can repeat the process, modify the input, scale it across multiple channels, test different ideas, build systems for yourself or for others. And that's where the opportunity expands. You can create content for your own platforms. You can build automated systems for clients. You can offer setup services and ongoing management. Or you can generate content at scale and monetize it directly. The possibilities aren't limited by the tool, they're limited by how you use it. But there's something important to keep in mind. Not every output will be perfect. There will be moments where things feel slightly off. Small imperfections, minor inconsistencies. That's part of the process. But here's the difference. Even with those imperfections, the system still works. It still produces results. And over time, as you refine your inputs and improve your structure, the output improves with it. Now step back and look at what just happened. You went from manually creating content to controlling a system that creates, optimizes, and publishes it for you. From effort to leverage. And that shift changes everything. So the real question is no longer, can this be done? You've already seen that it can. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? Because right now, this skill is growing fast. And the people who understand it early will have an advantage that's hard to ignore. So don't just watch this and move on. Take the time to understand it, set it up, test it, break it, improve it, scale it. Because once it clicks, you won't look at content creation the same way again. And if this made you think even a little differently, don't keep it to yourself. Hit like so more people discover what's possible. Share it with someone who needs to see this shift, and subscribe. Because what you build next might not just save time. It might change how you create forever.